So I'm Paul Jordan, I'm the depot manager at Croydon RDC for Carlsberg UK. I've been with the business now just short of 9 years, and I've been at Croydon for 2 years. We cover quite a large area down to Brighton, across to Romford and all of the M25 areas, but predominantly central London, all the theatre groups, delivering our own brands, our core brands, Tuborg, San Miguel and Carlsberg Export, along with the Tetley brands as well. We employ just under 200 people across the whole operation. We're moving around 300 tonnes a day on average, and then peaking up to the bank holiday weekend would probably get to the 400 mark. Some of the depots load differently than others, so we're fortunate enough to have some loading bays where the warehouse operatives can feed the bays with the product straight from the fork truck from the picking lines, and then the loading teams can break those down and roll them onto the back of the vehicle or drive them on, depending on which way we're loading the vehicle. The old flooring is, as well as being less aesthetically pleasing than this one, there was a number of damage issues that were created when we was dropping kegs onto the floor. The bounce wasn't right, so when you drop a keg you're controlling it, and there was a lot of near misses which are part of our accident reporting system submitted because of the condition of the floor. There was damage to the products, there was trip hazards in place, and also hazards for when you were driving the M83 across it. So the team from RSS Yorkshire spent 3 weekends installing just over 800 square metres of crumb rubber matting for our loading bays. The handling of the installation was excellent. It was one of the best projects that I've seen run whilst I've been with Carlsberg. The project team were good, and the team that laid the product were working around some deadlines that I had. Bear in mind, I've got a set number of bays, a set number of vehicles that I need to load, so the turnaround of those bays has to be fairly quick and swift, and they were really effective in dealing with that. I particularly like the aesthetics that it's brought to my operation. It's afforded me to get further investment from the business and work on the rest of the warehouse operation. So we've now got a really good looking, effective operation. We've seen a reduction in the number of breakages. We just get a general sense that the guys feel a lot happier working on that environment than they did in the previous one. The feedback from the teams is it's a lot more pleasing area to work in than the last one, because there are no hazards present whatsoever, and it feels good to walk on. So there is that comfort element, as well as delivering the task that it needs to deliver by absorbing the weight of the kegs when they're dropped on it. So we're able to clean the floor much more effectively than we have done in the past, and any spillages that are evident from a leaking tub or a broken case are more visible because of the aesthetics around the product. As a company that operates its own internal safety cultures, we've seen a reduction of 90% in near misses in that area since the installation of the floor. It's got better tread on it than some of the cars out in our car park. So.